Welcome to another Spectrum Geeks video. My name is Dale. You've probably heard that in the UK, Tesla have now opened up a few of their superchargers to non-Tesla vehicles. So it's kind of exciting times that, even more chargers become available to everybody, not just Tesla owners. I would have loved to go and check one of these out, but I just haven't had time. But my friend and also friend of the channel, Ed, has decided to pop out in his Hyundai Ioniq 5 to kind of give one out or give one a try. So I'm going to pass over to him and see how he got on.
You may have heard that Tesla today released their charging network to all EVs. Well, not all their chargers, but some of them. So we're going to very quickly tonight try and find a charger and try it with the Ioniq. So first of all, let's try and find them. Let's go to tesla.com and as usual, Tesla's website defaults to America. There we go, let's do some charging. And then somewhere on here there's a Find Us button. There we go. And here we go. So we've got some filters. We're going to remove all the filters except for superchargers open to non-Teslas. So let's have a look in the UK where our nearest one is. So in the UK, at the moment, my nearest one's Birmingham or Banbury. So I know the Birmingham one's going to be a service centre, which is probably going to be closed. So let's go ahead for Banbury. You can see on the map there are a good choice of superchargers around which are open. Bit of a gap in the north and a bit of a gap in the southwest. But interestingly, Folkestone is open. So anybody going to France on the Eurotunnel should be able to charge there. And we're going to France in July, so that's going to be quite exciting. Also going to have a look on the mobile app. So on the mobile app, we're going to click top right hand corner and then scroll over to charge your non-Tesla. And again, let's have a look. Right. They've updated the app. That was interesting. So earlier today, when we looked, we had all chargers open, including the one on the M42. That is now not open, which is really a bit disappointing because I was quite hoping to use that one. It's a busy charger, and Tesla have said that they are only going to open up chargers which are quieter. The really peak chargers they're not going to open up just yet. They want to see how it's going to go. So we can see it's a 250 kilowatt charger. We've got a good choice in them at the moment, so we're going to jump in the Ioniq and head down there. So we're in the Ioniq 5 now, and we're off to Banbury. We're about 50 minutes away. I'm quite looking forward to trying this in a really sad sort of way. When I brought this Ioniq 5, I traded in a Tesla Model 3 because I'm just not doing the mileage any longer. So the supercharging network wasn't a major concern for me. But I also gambled a little bit that Tesla were going to actually release the rest of the supercharging network, and I wasn't expecting it until the autumn, maybe in the UK after the summer holidays. So to hear today that it's been released is quite exciting, especially because how well this car can charge. So my understanding is that it can charge on 400 volt, 800 volt architecture. Tesla tend to use 400 volt architecture, so this can basically take any sort of charger and it charges like a boss. If you've seen Richard Simon's latest video, he's done a really great video about the Model Y and the Ioniq 5 charging, the differences between it. So I'm intrigued to know what this is going to get. The Banbury charger is a 250 kilowatt charger. Sorry about the camera, I don't have any of Dale's fancy mounts. So it's a 250 kilowatt charger, and we'll see how much we'll get. Now there is a slight problem. The Ioniq 5 is a very, very finicky charger, is the only way to describe it. I've been charging on solar all day, so I'm up to 48%, and that's not ideal. The Ioniq 5 likes to have had a good run and be down to sort of like 10-15% really, and then I've seen 200 kilowatts out of it. It's fantastic. If my state of charge is too high, it just doesn't seem to want to charge. So I'm intrigued to know what these are going to be like. I've only used Ioniqs so far, so we'll see what the Tesla Supercharger is like. Anyway, we'll check in when I get to the charger. I'll show you how the app works, and then we'll see what sort of the charging curve looks like. So we open up the Tesla app, and then we click top right hand corner, charge a non-Tesla, find the stall that we're going to be using and hit start. And this is where it all goes wrong, because you get this message up saying connection to the chargers may take up to 2 minutes. I sped up the footage a little bit here because you really don't want to watch this as long as I did. And then it looks like it's doing something, but then the car tells me it's finished charging. And then Tesla say they've run into a problem. Well, how did it go? Not great, to be honest. So it was pouring down with rain, so I've got no real footage other than a little bit from inside the car. We tried the first stall, and it started, and then it stopped. And then we tried another stall, and it started and it stopped. It kept giving me the message that it would take up to 2 minutes to contact the charger, which is, let's face it, a bit pants. And then it came up with an error. What we could see inside the car was it was jumping up to about 45 kilowatts and then descending down to 10 kilowatts. And then the car was reporting back that the charge is complete, which is very, very frustrating. So there was an Osprey charger next door, so we moved over to there and we got 102 kilowatts, I think it was, out of it. So that was really good. Meant we could get home again. Just as we were about to leave, a Polestar pulled up and plugged in, and their experience was very different to me. So they plugged in at work pretty much instantaneously, and they were getting about 145 kilowatts out of the charger. So interesting, it sounds like it's an Ioniq problem. I'd be interested to know if anybody else is having any other issues with their car. I did pick up a Tesla UMC, it's their Universal Mobile Charger, I think it's called, and I used those before on other EVs, and I've used them on the Tesla, and you get lots of adapters for them for 16 amp or 32 amp, the blue commando sockets or the CEE sockets, and also brought a Joolca adapter as well to use in France. So I thought I need to get one of these chargers, so I've got it for the Ioniq. Plugged it into the Ioniq, it won't work at all, which is very unusual, I thought. So I thought maybe I got a dud charger from Tesla. And just tried turning the car on just to see what's happening on the car, and the charger just started working. And what I've worked out is if I turn the car on and off, the Tesla UMC will start working. I've never had a charger where you have to turn the car on and off to get it to work. So I have a sneaking suspicion that the Ioniq isn't getting on well with how Tesla have done their charging infrastructure, unfortunately. If the UMC doesn't work and if the Supercharger doesn't work, I've got a friend who's got a wall charger, so I'm going to try that out next. But it was an interesting result, disappointing. So for an Ioniq driver at the moment, Ioniq 5 driver at the moment, this isn't good because you still can't access the Supercharger network. But if you're a Polestar driver, you're a very, very happy bunny.
So thanks to Ed for doing that video. Obviously, he didn't get on very well with the Ioniq 5. He's done another trip actually since recording that little bit of a segment that you didn't see much from the outside. It was absolutely lashing it down with rain, hence not a lot of external footage, but gives you some indication. So please let me know in the comments, have you tried out the Tesla Superchargers? Did it work with your vehicle? If you've got a Hyundai Ioniq 5, did it work? That'd be interesting to know how kind of people's experiences have been with the Supercharger network. Just opens up more opportunities, obviously traveling around the UK, but also into Europe and other things, having more chargers available. And we hope that over time, Tesla continues to open up more of them, and just all electric vehicles, can't get my words out, can charge at all EV charging stations across the UK and all countries. I'm just really hoping there's more that you can drive into, like a petrol station, forecourt setup. So if you're towing, you don't have to unhitch and everything. But early days so far. So thanks so much for watching. As always, take care of yourself, and until the next one, goodbye for now.